All right, let me tell you what happened, because even now I can't believe I went through this. I was dating Carla for 2 years. In my head, everything was great. We did everything together, had our little couple traditions, and one of them was watching shows together. You know how it is, right? There's always that pact. This is our show, and no one watches it without the other. The show we were watching at the time was Breaking Bad. I had already seen it, but she hadn't. So I was super excited to rewatch it and see her reactions. Everything was going fine until I started noticing some weird things. One Saturday, I went out to play soccer with my friends. When I got home, Carla was acting a little off, nervous, kind of jumpy, but I didn't say anything. I thought maybe I was imagining things. 2 days later, I turned on the TV to pick up where we left off, and I noticed the episode we were supposed to watch was already played. I thought, did I accidentally let it play? But then I scrolled through and saw that multiple episodes had already been watched. I called her out immediately. Carla, did you watch Breaking Bad without me? She gave me that nervous little laugh. You know the one. And said, oh, it was just one episode, babe. I was bored. I tried to let it slide, but my gut was telling me something was off. If it was just one episode, why were so many already watched? I decided not to start an argument right then, but it stayed in the back of my mind. And things only got weirder after that. She started going out more, saying she had errands to run, staying glued to her phone, laughing at messages, and hiding the screen whenever I walked by. At night, she'd suddenly be too tired to talk or watch anything with me. My suspicions kept growing, but I had no proof. Then one day, my friend Mariana sent me a message on Instagram. It was a photo of Carla at a bar. That wouldn't have been a problem, except she wasn't alone. She was with some guy sitting across from her, and they looked way too close. The kind of closeness that only couples have. Mariana wrote something like, sorry to send this, but I thought you should know. My stomach dropped. But I didn't want to blow up without being sure. So I waited for Carla to come home that night and acted like nothing was wrong. My plan was to observe, and honestly, it didn't take long for her to slip up. She got home later than usual, said she'd been with some friends, but her story didn't add up. I asked her, friends? Who? And she started fumbling, stammering, and changing the subject. That's when I knew I didn't need to wait any longer. While she was in the shower, I grabbed her phone. I know snooping is wrong, but at that moment I needed the truth. When I opened her WhatsApp, there it was. Her messages with the guy. They'd met at work, had been seeing each other for over a month, and the cherry on top? They were watching Breaking Bad together. Yep, the show that was supposed to be our thing. I waited for her to come out of the bathroom and confronted her. I showed her the messages, brought up the photo from the bar and asked, why would you do this? She froze, started crying, but didn't even try to deny it. She just kept apologizing, saying she'd never meant to hurt me. I ended things right there. There wasn't anything left to say. The worst part? To this day, I can't watch Breaking Bad without being reminded of this whole mess. A show I used to love is now just a painful memory. Moral of the story? Trust your gut. And if your partner breaks the no watching without me rule, pay attention.